ever been in a situation where something is completely out of control? It could be a car, or maybe a sledge, or when you've been ice skating and you just don't know what's going to happen next. You have absolutely no control over where you're going to end up or what's going to happen. Well, I think sometimes we can find ourselves in these situations, but more with our emotions. Let me give you an example. A little while ago, I was at work and I'd worked next to this guy who'd been winding me up all day. Like, he'd been making these little comments, he'd been saying stuff that was kind of making me more and more angry very, very slowly. And I'd gotten to lunchtime and I'd got this little chocolate bar that I'd had and I'd kept it all day for my lunch to look forward to. And I got it out of my lunchbox, I unwrapped it, I was about to bite into it. And this guy, knowing it would wind me up, just whacked it straight out of my hand. It flew across the room, hit the wall, shattered, went everywhere. And in that moment, I had a choice. I got to choose whether I was going to completely lose control or whether I was going to pull myself together, be a proper grown-up and forgive him for what he'd done to me. I decided to lose control. I completely lost it over this chocolate bar. I kicked his chair over, I kicked his bin over, I got his desk and threw everything on the floor. I totally lost control and I chose to do that. I let myself do that because I wanted him to know he was not going to mess with me or with my chocolate bar. But so often we end up with that with our emotions. We let our emotions completely control us. But our emotions were never meant to control us. We were meant to control our emotions. When you feel angry, it's not a case of, oh, well, whatever happens, happens. If I just punch that person in the face, then that's just the consequence of what I'm feeling. We were called to be better than that, to be more than that. You see, when we end up in a situation where our emotions control us, we don't get to the destination where we want to go. What we need to do is learn how to control the emotions that we experience, how to handle them, how to make wise choices in those moments that mean that we end up in the place that we want to be and becoming the person that we want to be. So we're going to be looking at anger a little bit and talking a little bit about anger, but also talking about how we can control our anger rather than letting our anger control us.